رو ابرا خواندم ستاره هاشم تو تک سوار عاشق من پری قصه هاشم
گفتم به جای شعر و قصه های بچگونه با هم بیا بسازی زندگی رو عاشقونه
با دوباره پرواز مرغ عشقی پر میگیریم تا موج آسمونی جای حسرت تو قلب ما دوتا نیست نمیمونیم با قصه تک و تنها
مثل کبوترا بسازی زندگی رو ساده و پاک و بی بهونه
دوستای عزیز رویال تایم تیوی در وودلی پارک هستیم و دوستای خیلی زیادی اینجا هستن. افتخار داریم که میر اریک گارستی we are honored to have a mayor over here. We want to say hi and thank you, Mr. Mayor. Hi, hello, how are you?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nowruz
We are thank you very much.
Absolutely. A very happy New Year to everybody. It's always a great joy to be with you and the entire community, and thank you to Royal Time TV.
Thank you very much. We are really honored to have you over here, and we know how busy you are, but we want to thank you on behalf of all Iranian, which you always support Iranian. You come to our event, and we know how busy you are, how many places you have to go. We were hoping to have you at 2 o'clock, and I know you had a busy schedule.
Yeah, I've got two young children, but my most important thing right now is to be here for the entire Iranian community. This is the biggest concentration of Iranians outside of Iran. And for me, I grew up in the San Fernando Valley. I sometimes joke I grew up in a small Persian suburb called Encino. So to me, it is
you are from
backyard.
Encino.
Absolutely, my backyard, and I grew up on Woodley Avenue. And to come every year at Woodley Park, we are so proud in the city of Los Angeles to celebrate Nowruz, to go through the 14 days of celebration. It's a renewal for us, as well as a renewal for the Persian community, and for the Iranian community that is here, whether it's culturally, whether it's economically, politically, they're such an integral part of Los Angeles. So I just want to thank the entire community for everything that you do. Know that you are part of the City of Angels very much.
We thank you very much, and as you know, diversity lives in California.
That's exactly right. We are the most diverse place in human history, but that doesn't mean, even though we have 39 countries with the largest population outside the home country, in this in particular case, it's the Iranian community that is the best educated of any of the communities that have come to Los Angeles. And so whether it's engineers, whether it's folks that are real estate developers, whether it's people who are in politics working for the city of Los Angeles, the Iranian American community is so integral to the strength of Los Angeles today, but we love our diversity, and it wouldn't be possible without knowing something about the languages and the cultures of, in this case, Iran. My parents went there on their honeymoon to Iran when I was, before I was born, when I was just a glimmer in their eye. So I've heard for so many years about the beauty of the Iranian people, you know, the food, the culture, the language, and so I'm really happy to be the mayor to celebrate one of the great Iranian cities of the world, Los Angeles.
Thank you very much. And I am honored to be one of the members of supporting to increase the minimum wage.
Thank you.
And we are going to be in Van Nuys and support that. And we have to say our mayor is really pro people and try to do the best in LA. And in last 2 years, we saw lots of changes.
We've seen 70,000 new jobs, unemployment
Great.
down 3%. The minimum wage, thank you for your support. That will help 1 million people be lifted out of poverty who are working full time. And then also on top of that, we're trying to help immigrants normalize their status. Anybody who's here without documentation, this year, thanks to some of the work that's happening at the federal level, you can go to a Los Angeles library and we can help people fill out the forms, whether it's in Farsi, whether it's in Spanish, whether it's in Korean. So those two initiatives I think will be very important for the Iranian community as well. So anybody who's here who still has to finalize their paperwork, come to the city of LA, we'll help you.
Great, and I hope we can vote for you to become a president of United States.
Well, I love being the mayor. I don't have to leave. I don't have to go to a cold place like Washington, but we'll see. We'll see what the future holds.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Simin. How's everybody doing? Well, a very happy new year. Nowruz Mubarak. And thank you all for being here as well. We love this tradition. You know, I grew up here in the San Fernando Valley on Woodley Avenue. For me, this celebration is really not just a great Iranian celebration, but it's a great Los Angeles celebration. Sometimes I was just joking on TV. I grew up in a small Persian suburb called Encino. So this culture is an integral part of our lives here in Los Angeles for all of us. And we're so proud of the contributions of the Iranian American community to Los Angeles. It is the highest educated community of any immigrant community. And so whether it's in science, whether it's in politics, whether it's in media and culture, or whether it's in business, it is such an integral part of who we are here in Los Angeles. So thank you all for being a part of LA. I couldn't be prouder to be your mayor here in this great city of angels. It is the biggest collection of people from around the world in the history of humanity. And in many ways, we celebrate those core values, many of which came from Iranian civilization. I know the Greeks get the credit, but those of us who know that democracy first came from Iran, from the Persian Empire. We know that Iran is a place that has so many similarities, whether it's in climate, whether it's in food, whether it's in our open hearts to Los Angeles and Southern California. So it's no wonder that so many as maybe 4 or 5, even 600,000 Iranian Americans call Southern California home. And they come from so many different backgrounds, Muslim, Jewish, Zoroastrian, Baha'i, and the people of all faiths are welcomed here to Los Angeles. And I want to thank everybody for continuing to highlight and showcase your culture. Thank you for investing in Los Angeles and believing in this town. We have some good news in the last couple of years. Since I've become mayor, we have 70,000 more jobs. We have 3% reduction in unemployment. We've got the most visitors who ever came to Los Angeles last year. Our airport's now number 2 in America. Actually, it's number 1 in the world for flights that begin and end. We're seeing a record number of investments in our real estate properties around the city. We've got much more to do. We have to make sure that we have a good wage for folks and a proper minimum wage. We have to build more housing to make sure we can get homeless folks off the street. And I hope you'll join me for the good news as well as the challenges that we face. But we're building more public transportation than anywhere. Did anybody go out last weekend to Ciclavia here in the Valley on your bicycles? That was a great, great event on Ventura Boulevard. We're going to continue doing that. So count on me to be a great friend to the Iranian American community, and vice versa. You tell me what you need and what you want to see, because know that this mayor is one who is squarely in your corner, somebody who believes that our great strength comes from our diversity, that Los Angeles, if we didn't have the Iranian American community, would be worse off for it. And in fact, each one of you, whether you're here as Iranian Americans, or maybe you married in, or maybe you're friends, or maybe you're just curious, come to this festival because it is a great way to learn about Los Angeles, to learn about Iranian culture, and I hope that you all have a blessed and prosperous 1394. It's going to be a great year. Thanks again, Nowruz Mubarak. Take care. We'll see you soon. And I have a presentation to give to you on behalf of the city as well on this new year. So congratulations, and thank you to Royal Time TV, especially every year for covering this so beautifully. Thank you. And let's hear it for our Rec and Parks staff who make this happen. Give them a round of applause. This is your park, but they make it happen. Thank you so much. They're shy.
Okay.
چشمه هنر دور از تو اندیشه بدان آینده مانی تو جاودان ای دشمن ار تو سنگ خاره من آهنم جان من فدای خاک پاک میهنم مهر تو چون شد پیشم دور از تو نیست اندیشم در راه تو کی ارزشی دارد این جان ما پاینده باد خاک ایران ما سنگ کوهت در و گوهر است خاک دشتت بهتر از زر است مهرت از دل کی برون کند برگو بی مهر تو چون کند تو گردش جهان و دور آسمان بپاس نور ایزدی همیشه رهنمای ماست مهر تو چون شد پیشم نور از تو نیست اندیشم در راه تو کی ارزشی دارد